Hello, beautiful beings. Hope you're well. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're returning, welcome back to Being with B. I hope you're well, and I hope you're beautiful. Today I think I'm gonna chat about. I'm gonna ramble actually, but ramblings. There's no point to it. It's just ramblings that I hope it makes sense eventually. Maybe there'll be some nuggets of wisdom somewhere here or there. I was watching, it's the 20th of March, and I was watching yesterday actually. So I live in South Africa, so I watched it yesterday on the 19th of March, and I think the landing happened on the 19th or 18th, I don't know, of SpaceX Dragon Freedom capsule when it landed on the Gulf of Mexico. Sorry, whoop, disturbance, right? And I'm not even gonna edit it out. I like the natural, authentic way that I record actually. Um, So, yes, I did call it the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf. Anyway, we gotta love the times we live in. And I think what I found fascinating was the dolphins, the part of dolphins that came and they surrounded the capsule. They surrounded the capsule and they started swimming just before they took the capsule on the boat. And I found that quite fascinating because, as we know, dolphins are very highly evolved species, and they're known for, obviously, they're known for like, joyful, playful, that inner child, which is quite interesting also, um, aspects of what they are and what they symbolize, but also to connect with our inner selves, and the intelligence that they hold. They're very intelligent species, like animals and well, can I call them species or animals? They're very intelligent. And what I found fascinating was how do we have this capsule that was sitting in space for 9 months, and as they land, the first thing or one of the first things that come towards them when it was safe is actually dolphins. And for me, what that symbolized was, and I was wondering, it's actually not the symbolism, but like what information or intelligence does dolphins accumulate and get from this capsule before the humans could speak and be conscious about the human self and the human information that will take. But the actual dolphins, when they came and they surrounded this capsule, what type of information did they collect? And when they collected the information, where did they go and what did they do with it? And for me, I kept hearing in my head the Akashic records, the Akashic records, the Akashic records, because what they did is they took information about Earth, the grid, and what's happening. And it's almost like when the SpaceX Dragon, which is also like quite interesting that it was named Dragon if you're in the spiritual world, and it's about the fiery and what the dragons stand for. This mystical creature, should I say, which was the capsule itself, the egg of the dragon, and they put it in and then they surrounded and almost like understood the intelligence and took the intelligence and then they started going inside and swimming deep into the oceans, going to the sea and holding the information of the earth and putting it deep down into the ocean. And I found that quite amazing, that does anyone see the symbolism of this? Does anyone see what's happening right now? Is that you've got this dragon capsule, and now this dragon egg has cracked open and it's landing on Earth, and then you've got these dragons who are very highly intelligent and intuitive coming surrounding it and taking all that information, the information that we can't see or hear or feel with our senses and our five senses or whatever. And they take it with that super intelligence that they have and then they take it to the sea. Guys, do you get that? Do you understand it? Because I found it was so mind blowing. I found that to be extremely mind blowing that these um, playful creatures, these creatures that are known to connect us to our inner selves, these creatures that are known to connect us with our inner child, which is the most purest version of who we are. And now they come to this dragon egg, taking information from this fiery dragon egg. It's almost like they light the fire to awaken the intelligence that's sitting in humanity. And I found that quite interesting and I really hope that other people saw it. I really hope, as I said, I'm rambling. There's no point to this other than did you see what happened from a spiritual perspective, where you've got this capsule that was out in space with all the information it collected that human beings don't know, and it lands in sea, and then it's got this dolphin surrounding it, all these dolphins surrounding it, taking that intelligence, taking it deep into the sea and putting it, and almost like grounding it on earth and deep in the seas of the earth and in the vastness of the ocean. Guys, am I the only one who sees this? Because I found that quite fascinating actually, and I found it quite interesting. And all I could hear was Akashic Records, Akashic Records. I don't know what else. I don't know. But it's almost like now we information about who we are, and as a collective, not even as individuals, as a collective, we're gonna start to understand and open up some more, of the information. The information and intelligence is gonna come to us, and with everything that's happening in the world, with all the structures that are crumbling right now. If you watch the news, with everything that's happening globally, like we all have problems now. That's when I think about it globally and in our tower moment. And you've got this information that comes, the dolphins that come. It's almost like grounding the new information and the new earth. Am I the only one that saw that? Am I the only one who's maybe going insane and putting all these things together? Because I find that quite fascinating. I find that quite fascinating that you've got the most intelligent species on the planet going around. And who knows, they will meet the whales who sit with the Akashic records. And then, I can already see the conversation and the meeting and the council that's currently happening underground in the deep in the oceans, with the octopus and everyone else. And they're getting ready. They're getting ready to ground and bring the intelligence that this dragon capsule just brought into the earth and awaken that intelligence so that we are then in this, and with all the portals that are happening. So everything is happening in divine timing and everything is so interconnected in the collective. And it's quite amazing. And I hope we see it with all the portals, the eclipses, and everything that is happening. It is not just silos, sitting in silos and independent events. It's all a collective, and all the tower moment that we're going through, that I hope we will wake up and we'll see what is happening right now in our world, what is happening on this planet. And I want to say it's beautiful. I nearly said it's beautiful, but it's also quite amazing. And I don't want to say scary because then now I'm putting like, that amygdala. I don't want it, but it's beautiful. We got to have the tower moments. We need to have them, because if we don't have them, then we're not going to awaken. We're just going to sit there and accept whatever is happening, because then we need to start questioning. When we start questioning authority, when we start questioning ourselves, when we start questioning our belief systems, and we ask ourselves, where did we get these belief systems? That's when we start seeing, that's when we start seeing the reality or the illusion or whatever we're supposed to be seeing at that moment. And that's when when we go through the dark night of the soul, when we pushed right now to go through the dark night of the soul, and we have to, like, in it, like this 8 of Wands speed way that is happening right now. We have to eventually see, hear, but not see here from with eyes and ears and smell with nose, but other sensory parts of who we are and ourselves, feel the energy, feel the emotion, feel everything else that we normally can't see or feel, and realize that this, whatever we thought we had, could possibly be madness. There's something else beyond this, and everything is happening. I always say divine timing, and what I love about divine timing, the definition of divine timing that I know now, is that everything happens in divine timing, but everything needs to be ready and everything needs to be in place and everybody needs to be ready for it. So that when it happens, it's almost like an orchestra. Everybody is working together to create this beautiful piece of music that is just, I don't know, like, so is it harmonized? Because I don't know anything about music, by the way. So yeah, so I really hope you guys saw it. I really hope you guys put the dots together and also ask yourself questions and see where the world is going, but not be afraid, but be like, wow, this is needed. It's almost like we're going as teenagers. We need to be teenagers and go through puberty for us to get to be adults. So we start kids, you know, toddlers and whatever, and then preteen, and then we get to teenagers, and everything goes, woo, I got a teenager, that's why. Whoa, and then we're all emotional, and then whoa, then suddenly we're adults, and now we have to do adult things, and we see the world completely differently and realize, woo, I was a teenager, I was like that. I can't believe I was like that, throwing tantrums and being moody about nothingness. But that is necessary. So we go into that stage where it's necessary that everything is also happening in divine timing, because everything it is happening at once, and these are not independent events, they're collective events that are not happening to us, but are happening for us and for the whole collective. So, as I said, it's ramblings. There's no point other than, guys, did you see that? Do you understand it? Do you get it? Do you see all these synchronicities that are happening? Maybe I should call this the synchronicities. Actually, I won't. I'm just kidding. So, anyway, I hope that sparked an aha moment. I hope that awakened, this is the word, woke, awakened something within you. Sometimes you got to just go ramble and ask questions so that something awakens something in someone, that you put the dots together and you see the collective and the collectiveness of things, and how everything works together to be where we need to be. And it's a journey. It's not going to be a smooth ride, but it's a journey we're all going to go in. And on the other side of it, I'm not going to say that it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. But anyway, I take that back. It's really going to show us who we truly are. It's going to take us back to who we're supposed to be. It's going to expand our souls also, because we're here to learn and expand our souls. So with that being said, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Before I ramble on and on again. And I hope you have a fantastic day, fantastic week, and enjoy, whether it's the rest of the day, night, evening, whatever you're doing right now. Do it mindfully, and always remember to be bold, be beautiful, and be